Sisi mtu asione kura yako. Correct. Aite mwanafunzi
Sitiabai, come and record for us live. Electro going on. The bigger electro.
Sasa umeweka sehemu.
Sini hivi unashika tu hivi.
Yes.
Nana nikakutoa ikakuja na. Yes. Check out.
Profesa mtendaji. Ya kuamka. Mimi niko flexible banda. Unataka 2 days. Ni sawa.
Alafu sasa ndio sana.
Brian, Brian, shika.
Ya nini?
Yani wewe punguza macho unaangalia.
Si hiyo imetosha. Si hiyo.
Toa poa, check. Check. Smart. Si madam. Si ni smart. Maji. Moja. Check simu iko kidia.
Na dustbin amekuja. Ungemtia mbaroni.
Mimi bwana security personnel ningemfuata mbio.
Wewe uko na kazi wewe.
Security personnel ningemfuata.
Tuendelee kutoa mambo.
Now it creates more room. Then ukiweka nini off ina create put it like this. Naona wakitu Yes, someone too far. Which class is that? Why are you too slow? We are not sleeping here.
Unajua inafaa kuwa na booth. Sasa huyu anaona tu anamulika mwingine.
Sasa huku hata ni vile wana exit. Sasa inafaa iko hivi.
Hii hata ni kama tungeanza tuna kuhesabu. Yote.
Wewe unasema rotate back. Why is that breakdown? We shouldn't have any breakdown. Hello, over there. Where is there? Yeah, live with the election. Hello.
The next slot from hii inaanza kuhesabika.
Mr. Amon was here asking for a job. Those should be the ones to count now. Imagine sijajua mahali pa kusalimia watu wanakuja on. Salimia na mdomo. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
How are you? I'm just showing you. We are having school democracy. So it's actually like we are teaching them early to know what election means. The only challenge we face is like that students now pick those whom they favor. Possibly some of them may not be the best leaders. But this time round we've had some a vetting process for them first before you conduct this. So we are hoping that at least we'll have a better 1,500 students. So we just began picking, and now we are there picking people like the game leader, we have the stage of the body, we have other areas like entertainment, we have areas such as academic, and we have the president and vice president, just like it is in the main election. So here you are. I can see actually 2 people live. I hope you're following. You can actually, you are now the third on board. And actually this is something that students even as primary school need to conduct as a result of enhancing dance within a country. So as teachers, presiding officers, actually I'm a presiding officer under the assistant games aspect, and therefore I have to ensure that I give 1 vote ballot paper for each voter to ensure that they drop in the buckets. So we are using the buckets, actually you can see them, and so as they vote we make sure that they do the process. We don't have the secret booth, but actually we are trying so that we can have the secret aspect on it's 1 vote for 1 man or 1 person. So join us, those who can, live to support the process of election. I know many schools have already conducted elections, but for now, for us, we conduct just before the form course have exams. Tell me how you're finding this. Actually, there is so much talking around what the election process is because of the squeezed space. All right. So the agents are there from each of the departments. So we have each of the secretaries also having an agent in there to oversee the process. We have observers, and we have the security to control what is going on. So if you have a different view of this, you can actually share. What do you think about what we do here? How do you do your things differently wherever you are? If you are outside Kenya, maybe how do schools conduct elections for the leaders? Do you have a similar process or a different one? I actually wish to hear from you. Thank you for those who are coming live and supporting. I'm quite happy of you. There has been some disconnection on and off because of the net, but actually it's catching up. So you can actually see our papers are colored. I don't know why students seem to be afraid of getting to these posts. You can see on my voting, the voting for assistant games, we just have 2 students, and I've seen also so many other areas where we only have 1 student or 1 candidate vying, or 2. We have about 3 in which they are unopposed, but in this case we have 2 for assistant games. And remember, it's a school of about 1,400 students, whereby you can expect even a tough competition of about 5. So does it mean women are afraid of leadership from the word go? That's when they are at school, before they get out there. Is this what is happening? Is this why out there we have very few women vying for posts? I would wish to know. If that is your opinion, actually share with us so that we see how to enhance our girls early enough when they are still in school to understand the importance of leadership and actually go for the post. They should not wait to be given. And every time elections are being conducted in countries like out there, we see that many women are avoiding. They want to be nominated or maybe get to it in a landing, and they only go for women representative and some other posts. What do you think? I actually would like to hear from you. Does this happen only in our school or elsewhere? What about those who are in boys' schools? Is it the same situation, or are the students aggressive and maybe more than 1 going for a post? Because we have about 10 positions in different areas with assistants involved and the main leaders involved. So actually share with me, because I'm waiting for the comments. So democracy has its advantages, but it has its disadvantages too. You know, when you allow democracy, it means people will pick the people they love. They may not be worth leadership, but they'll pick them. Sometimes it means then the aspect of having the actual people who can do it for us fails. You know, the aspect of corruption, intelligence, and these aspects we see in the society don't begin out there. They begin right in schools, and so students look at their friends. Sometimes they look at those who favor them, those who are quiet, those who may not report on them, and therefore they might opt for such people, because I've seen such situations in previous years, and those are the disadvantages we face on aspects of elections. But when it comes to advantages again, is that most of the things like strikes have been controlled out of this, because once they pick their own leaders, those leaders have a way to talk to them and arrest situations of pressure. Such leaders also have ease in getting information from them and maybe presenting to the teachers early to avoid matters to do with the, in past we could see students getting into a lot of conflicts with teachers, but currently, though we have very few situations, but they are limited. But unlike, as I told you earlier, the vetting process has to be conducted, because if they don't conduct that, automatically you know what would happen. It means that obviously we will have crooks. Can you imagine having a school where crooks are leading? Then the teachers would be doomed, and everybody else would be doomed in the process, because whatever would be happening is the student-centered aspect. And sometimes when we talk about student-centered, some of the aspects would be egocentric, the individualistic aspect, whereby maybe students would wish for comfort. And if I look at the Romans and Spain, education is not supposed to give room for comfort. You are supposed to actually press yourself in terms of eating up to substance, and maybe entertainment limited, but you should be pressing a lot in academics. So when I look at the aspect of democracy, I see the advantages, I see the disadvantages, but we can't go back. Just like we cannot go back on IT, we cannot go back also on democracy. It is something that are turned up with a thorough analysis having been conducted, and therefore it has to go on. Yeah, so as the election goes on, we know it will take some while, but we are trying to pace up, and students are actually moving very slowly because, of course, there is literacy here already. They have campaigned. There are a few who have vied for posts. Yeah, so comment if you have something for us. I'll learn from you. I'll be excited to learn what happens in your schools, and what happens in your country. If you are outside Kenya, if you are abroad, you would give us new ideas, possibly that we would learn from, and next time we would do your way. It would also be interesting to understand how to cover up for the gaps I've mentioned in the disadvantages. I've seen 5 people on board. Hi. I hope you find. Thank you for joining us live. You will comment on the section so that maybe I can see actually who are on board. You know, it's very interesting if you're live to know those who are following, because it motivates you to continue creating content, and sometimes they can even ask for topics, and such aspects quite encourage the content creator. If you're a content creator, let me know so that also when you go live, I can follow you and support you in this industry of content creation. I'm happy for those who are following. Let me know your names if you have accounts, YouTube accounts, or maybe TikTok, so that I can also follow you. So the process will take a while, but I think for the limited time I've recorded, it's enough to showcase what we are doing here. I've not shown you the books. You can actually see the booklets that we are using here. So we had to write our school, and then they were printed and colored to give the flavor of the actual elections. Now we didn't have the, you know, we don't have the booth, the secret booths as I told you, but we are trying as much as possible to enhance the secrecy itself. Thank you for watching. Bye bye for now. I love you people. Pick.
Hey. Yeah. Hey.